Hey girls, I have decided that today is going to be my crazy hair day. So as you can see, I kind of have like a puff at the front of my head, so you'll kind of see it get flipped back and forth throughout the lesson today. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, and we actually have two I can statements today. I can add and multiply unit fractions to build fractions greater than 1, and I can decompose and compose fractions greater than 1 to express them in various forms. So just a reminder, we know that repeated addition is a shortcut for multiplication. So in my top number sentence, I know that 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. I know that 4 of the 2's, or 4 times 2, equals 8. Well, I can do the same thing with my fractions. I know that 1 half plus 1 half plus 1 half plus 1 half, 1, 2, 3, 4, equals 4 halves. Well, I have 4 copies of the 1 half. So I can also write a multiplication statement. 4 times 1 half is equal to 4 halves. Now I'm going to look at that same addition sentence again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 1 halves together to make a whole. How many halves do I need to make a whole? I need 2 of them. Those are 2 halves. There's another 2 halves. So now I'm going to write another multiplication statement. I have 2 of the 2 halves. And that's basically having 1 and 1, which gives me 2. This is kind of a long process. We know there are shortcuts. However, this is what it means. Okay? This is the concept behind it. So let's try another one. Crazy hair, I just don't care. Anywho, let's try 6 times 1/3. So first I'm going to write my repeated addition sentence, which means I need 6 of the 1/3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 1/3. Now what I want you to think about is how many thirds do you need to make a whole? Well, I need 3 thirds to make a whole. There's 3 right there. Here's another 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 thirds plus 1, 2, 3 thirds, which gives me a whole plus a whole, which gives me a final answer of 2. If I were to just look at the multiplication sentence, I get those 6/3, which I would have gotten there with my addition sentence. And remember that we know that that fraction bar also means division. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. Now I'm going to change it a little bit. What if I have 8 times 1/3? I'm going to make my addition sentence. Whew, good thing I didn't make that longer. I wouldn't have been able to fit it. So again, how many thirds do I need to make a whole? I need 3/3. There's 3 together. There's another 3 together. But then here, I have an extra 2. So here's 3/3 plus another 3/3 plus 2/3. One whole plus another whole plus the extra 2/3. And it gives me a final answer of 2 and 2/3. Again, if I were just to go back to the multiplication, 8 times 1/3 is 8/3. 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 2/3 is 8/3. Now think about 8 divided by 3. I can get 2 groups of 3, 2 groups of 3/3 with a remainder of 2. So my final answer being 2 and 2/3. Now, another way I can work on this is with my number bonds, which we've done before. Got my improper fractions here that I want to fix. So I can pull 4/4 out, and then I still have 3/4 here. So 7/4 as a mixed number is 1 3/4. But now think about 11/4, that improper fraction, 11/4. If I just pull 4/4 out, I'm still going to have 7/4, and that's still an improper fraction. So I have to think of how many 4/4 I can pull out, or dividing 11 by 4. 4, 8, oh, I can pull 8/4 out, 4, 8, which I know is 2 wholes. And then I still have 3 left over. So the mixed number for 11/4 is 2 and 3/4. Let's try one more. Let's try 11/5. So again, I'm thinking about how many 5/5 are there in 11/5. 5, 10, 15 is too much. Oh, 5, 10. 10/5. And I know 5, 10, that's 2 wholes. So I've pulled out 10/5 and I still have another 1/5. So 11/5 is the same as 2 and 1/5. We're basically doing our dividing. 11 divided by 5. 2 groups with a remainder of 1. So today you're working on lessons 22 through 24. Lesson 22 is more of a review from your lesson from yesterday because it has to deal a little bit with subtracting fractions, whereas then 23 and 24 are dealing with what I did here today. So have a great day and wear your hair crazy.